Hello, we got a 2 handicap game played on IGS where white won by only 2.5 points. Let's see how it go. So high approach, then low tight pincer and attaching the sun, so far so good. Black cuts to go for a complicated variation. White cuts too, this is all forced. And now white played the Atari. But actually here, white has to wedge first to create more cutting points and put black on the spot. Now black has to decide whether to go Atari from above or Atari from below. So the most common variation is Atari up, white escapes, black has only 2 liberties, so black needs to expand the liberties, therefore black will Atari and then block to prevent being captured and also go for a capture. Now white captures the stone on the bottom side, black goes for the stones on the right side, white plays one forcing move in center, this Atari, and then usually white just defends against the cutting point at 0.5. But this is considered a little bit slow, so it's much better for white to extend all the way to the middle of the side. And this Joseki comes to an end, so black gets some thickness towards the right side and white develops towards the bottom side. And the corner is pretty much shared in diagonal here, so it's considered kind of 50-50 classic or a basic Joseki. Now when white plays the wedge here, black can consider Atari from the second line, and in this case white usually plays Atari p3, and after black goes down, white connects. If black takes a Ponuki, white also takes a Ponuki, so the variation comes to an end. Both black and white get a very thick formation, and again the corner is pretty much shared in diagonal, like half-half. So usually here black extracts the stone. Now white connects, and there are several cutting points black has to fix, and black should just go down to s4. If black plays other moves, for example black captures s3, white can use the idea of s5 and s7, so just cut on the outside at s7 to prepare the double Atari s5. So if black captures a stone, white will double Atari and take 2 stones, or take this important stone, and now black's position kinda collapses. Therefore, if this happens, black has to connect at s5, then white can set up a ladder on the outside, so white gets some thickness and gives up the corner. Later on, white also blocks at p2 in center, so this is a bit painful for black. That's why black has to go down to s4 to protect all those cuts in one move. Now white will block p2 in center, threatening to capture the 2 stones, then push along on the right side to make the wall a bit larger, and then extend from the wall all the way to k3. So this is another basic pattern. Black takes the corner, white makes some moe on the bottom area. These are the most common variations when black cuts at r4 and extends r5. So white should really play the wedge at r6 instead of Atari p3. That's the first move to consider. Let's put a mark here for future reference. So white plays the Atari, black goes down. Now white plays the block first, then turn. This is all forced, and white went for the wedge now. But now it's a bit too late, and black shouldn't capture the stone, but go for Atari up or down. So let's say black plays this Atari. Now of course white is probably going to consider the descent, because this way white can try to kill the corner. Black is forced to play s2. Probably this is what black was afraid of when he captured right away at s3. But he shouldn't, because on this move white will go down. Black has time to capture the 2 stones in the corner, and now white has to do something with the stones on the right side. So the option for white is to play Atari and capture a stone to leave on the right, but now black captures the stones on the bottom. So again, white's position kinda collapses. If white is trying to be a little more fancy, and instead of playing Atari, white will play the attach, the clamp, then black can go up, threatening the 2 stones. Now when white defends the 2 stones here against being captured at p4, black can go down and capture the stones on the side. So this creates miai. When white defends with an Atari under or Atari up, we're back to this position where black captures the 2 stones. So either way it's good for black, because now black got a much better position compared to the basic Joseki. So black shouldn't take the stone right away. This way white got away with the overplay unpunished, and now it's kind of similar to the original variation. I mean the other Joseki where black has the stone at s4 instead of s3, and white extends again from the wall. So the only difference here is that white doesn't have the stone on the board anymore, and black has s3 instead of s4. And this sequence reverted one of the basic Josekis as well. Okay, white goes for the Kakari, but actually the push once on the right side it's centered, and it's good. It makes the wall bigger, so then white should extend from the wall. And now if black plays a move like f3 to prevent the corner approach, white has center to play other big points on the board. Anyway, it's a nice idea for white to play all the way to f3, but this also gives black the choice to go for a pincer, and like this, black is going to reduce the potential more. If black simply defends, white is happy to extend back. So this shape looks pretty nice for white on the bottom side. So black pushes here. That's a good idea, because white was supposed to take this turn in center. Block. The proper shape for white is just one space jump here. But anyway, this is trying to get more profit in the center, so not too bad. Extend, and this creates cutting points, and black invades. Also, for black it's interesting to test white's reaction with a move like this, the I still in Tesuji, threatening to cut up or down. For example, if if white just protects with a tiger mount, later on black can cut here, threatening the snapback. So white connects, and then black can push along to sacrifice or extend, threatening the bottom side, and then go out to chase the two stones in the middle. So there's some agi around 05, but black decides to invade right away. Now I play this game up, but it's questionable, because black will just attach and go out. So white should consider other moves, for example the cap move where black wants to go out, or attach h4. This is actually the first move that should be considered. Try to connect your stones and put pressure and separate black, or keep him low. Another option is to play k3 and keep the big box, and then let black go out with a Kosumi or attach and leave in the corner. If this happens, there's nothing to complain, because black gets a wall, but his extension at c6 is too close to his own wall. So black got to destroy some points around h3, but white took the corner as a compensation. And now black needs to extend on the left side, probably all the way to d10. Or maybe black approaches the corner first, makes this combination, and then extends back. But luckily in the lower left area, black got h3, white lives in the corner, and with k3, white secured the box on the bottom side. So this would be okay. With the attach, black has some options like wedge or nobi. Now the wedge usually has to have some ladders working for black, which means if white goes Atari under and then captures a stone, black wants to Atari here, Atari again, and set up a ladder. But this ladder is broken, so not so great for black to try this. It's gonna be a collapse. If this ladder works, then the wedge is good. And there's another ladder that should work for black, the ladder that goes to the left. This one is working, but in order to play the wedge, it's required for black that both ladders are working. So the wedge is not really the best move here, therefore black has to play the push. Now white can cover and allow this kind of base for black on the bottom side. This is still kind of dangerous, so let's say white encloses here, black leaves, then white can compensate jumping in the corner. So again, black will leave small on the bottom but loses the corner. It's a fine trade, and white keeps the wall to have the thickness towards the middle. This is fine for white. Therefore white can consider the attach. Now when black pushes here, white can also consider the block at k3, block again, connect, and then connect solid to keep the box and discard the lower left corner stone. If black doesn't play f4, let's say black plays away, white can live in the corner next. Attach, hane, atari, atari again, hanging connection, threatening to capture the corner, then go up, hane, threatening the cut at g5 and prevent the atari, and then hane in the corner. So white already lived. There's an eye here, an eye here, and an eye like this. So this is a life in center, which means white secures the bottom area and then also damage the corner. That's why black has to add another move. So this is like a trade follow-up. And when white plays the cap, black usually jumps out between the stones, but then white has the option to go san-san. So again, black is getting the compensation. So the point is white is getting the compensation, taking away the corner. White lost f3 and this area got damaged, but white got the corner. It's a fine trade. And playing the exchange 1-2, black became a little over concentrated in the lower left corner. But this attach, it's a bit too much, because black will come out between the stones and now there is no way to surround that group, so black just runs out. It's good for white to stay ahead here. One more, very good. And now black cuts. Instead of Nobi, white should immediately go in the corner. Just discard the stone and take back the corner. It's not important to worry about f3, because with this push, black pushes again and now f3 dies and probably the corner will die too. Well, luckily white can still live in the corner. But if black puts pressure like this, white hane, block, connect, now black can turn, go for the kill. Because if white cuts now, this cut is not going to be center. Black can answer the push, black can block, atari, connect. When white connects, black connects too. And luckily in the corner, there's only one eye. So here I was a little bit lucky to live in the corner actually. Now with this move, white can hane, discard the stone like this, and then play the keima, go up, and the corner will survive. This is alive. But the way it happened in the game, black could kill this. So black just blocked, but actually black can go at b4. Now if white pushes e2, black will take this stone, and if white pushes c4, black doesn't block to allow the turn in center and then life, but black can pull back. Now when white hane to escape in the middle, black will just cut right away. On this move, black connects, and when white turns, black can simply hane, and this will reduce the group into the L formation, and this is completely dead. So for example, if white goes b2, then take away the vital point, hane, and push along, and it's dead. So here black shouldn't block and allow the life, but go for the kill. This push is also not the best way to attack. Now it's hard to kill anymore, but at least surround the group and then protect on the outside against the cuts. Actually just extend. The cut is not a big deal anymore. Keep extending to take the left side and weaken the stones in the middle. So the push, it's an attempt to kill, but it didn't work. Good defense, hane, fine. Black can go down. And now when white descends, white, wait, hane, atari, oh, this is dangerous. Hane, atari, and block. And when white takes, black kills with a triangle shape, then on the cut, atari, and make nice shape. Yeah, white could die again. Okay, so white got a little bit lucky in this corner, and then black protected against the cut. Actually, black should protect with a move like this to be more active and put pressure on the center stones. So connect solid, white turns. Here there's a cutting point and it works directly. If black cuts like this, white has atari and atari. So black has to atari under or play the hanging connection. Then white can set up a ladder. The turn, black will go up, and it's like a tanky move. It pushes black ahead on the right side. Better just invade the right side directly and then look at the cutting point next, so black might add a move and then damage the right side. But anyway, there are bigger moves out there, like something to defend the top shimari, or approach like this and extend back to the top. So turn in center, then extend on the left. Now this seems a little bit overstretched. It's possible, but usually just d14. And when d14 is played, black will take away the extension in the top. Now white should enter on the right side. Slide and make a base. Like this, well, black can still play in the top and then approach the corner again. But black got all the way inside, trying to split. And in fact, white can just attach and connect. This is a fine shape. If black wants to separate, it's going to be like this. And white is all connected. So then black needs to extend for a base. But well, there's an evasion point, and white should focus in the open spaces. With this move, black can come out between the stones. Yeah, good to stay ahead. Han, it's also good. But yeah, black can jump, run out. This cut is also quite fine. But in fact, black can just jump directly and make shape like this. Black doesn't have to cut there immediately. So white tries to connect, but this move is actually leaving some RG. So first of all, black can Han in the head of two stones, or just no B. Han is good. Yeah, white has to go out with a bad shape, push again, then protect, very good. Well, this leaves the peep, which is annoying. Now white tries to catch these two. So black can push in the top and then play this attach. And if white goes c16, black can also clamp. If white tries to connect, black will separate. And if white goes up, black can push, then turn, then tuck, 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 sacrifice like this, and come out with the stones on the side. So now the entire group in the middle, it's kind of eyeless. So it looks like white is connected with that Kema on the second line, this move, but actually it's not, because of the idea of b16, b14 combination. Well, black never get a chance to use it. So black pushed several times in the middle, then a desperate cut that doesn't work. White captures, very good. Now black slides, and white just captures more stones. Here, white can play the attach, then black cuts, white cuts, black captures a stone, white Atari, black takes, and now I can play away. Target the larger group. If black cuts here, white just extends and the stones die inside. If clamp, go up, connect under, push, and then catch the two stones. So white doesn't need to take them right away with this Kosumi. Playing the attach and sacrifice one stone, this way white takes center to go for a bigger target in the middle. And that's how white can win by more points. Also here locally, white can block. When black cuts, white pulls back. If black clamps, white goes up. When black connects under, white separates. So this way, white can build a little more. Black went back, so now white is still center. And it's actually still big to play this, because black is forced to run into the top. And it feels very painful like that. Even if black somehow will manage to build twice, like one here and one here, it's very painful. Then white can continue with the big moves in the top, invade and so on. So the large point, Fuseki point. Usually the double approach is played against the low pincer, and we have this kind of Joseki where white enters the right side. Against a high approach, the most common move is to jump between the stones, then slide and slide again. That's a very basic Joseki. Also, after the jump, it's fine to enter Sansan, and we have this kind of Joseki, where it's a trade. white takes the right side but gives up the 2 stones in the top. And another way is to go directly sun. But if this happens, black is going to set up a nice wall. So he wants the moyo here. So double approach, black plays a key point to connect the line. Sun invasion. Black should consider the other block. And then when white connects, black can play away to help his stones in the top. This was a bit too slow, and now black played another move. So in the end, the variation was quite successful for white. And white can actually also play the tiger mouth, because the tiger mouth threatens to connect under, so black will go down. If black plays away on the tiger mouth, Hane works, and now when black tries to cut, Atari, and capture the stone. So in the end, after spending all those moves to separate 017, black still loses the territory in the top. Therefore, this key point is center, black will answer, and then white being strong on the right side can go all the way to the to hit the vital point and then extend back to build more. But R11 is nice. Next R9 is still annoying for black. So white can do it immediately. This is a center move to go R9, threatening the cut. So black will probably connect like this. And instead of going in the middle with a Keima, it's better to play Keima on the second line. Center, never as big as it looks. If black slides here and white simply answers all the moves, white doesn't build so much on the bottom side. And something like that happened. Actually, Kosumi is good, and then block. Because this way, black can play Kosumitsuke. If white blocks, then Hane under, white needs to Nobi. So white has to go up, correct, for better shape, and then block. But again, white builds something like 12 points here. So it's an illusion that L7 will give a lot of territory. It's actually less, because what happens, black also builds some points on the bottom side when he slides to reduce. This jump is good, the key point, so painful. Black makes an empty triangle no matter how he answers. So if he answers like this, it's an empty. If he answers like this, it's an empty. But the move he played, these are 2 empty triangles in one move. So he better choose his 1 empty triangle. And also, when black plays a move like this kind of block, he has a follow-up. So next he can Hane and Atari. So it's not just pure defense. With this move, black defends, but he accepts a defense on neutral points, which doesn't impact white stones at all. White went out, but this kind of move will give white just a few extra points. White should turn, and then attach, and then come out. So black is in trouble in the middle. Eventually black will connect somehow. Then white can profit in the top. This kind of jump gives white 1, 2, 3 extra points here. It's not such a big deal. It looks like a box is going to be formed there, but if white plays away and black goes here, and let's say white defends, black pulls back, white pretty much has the same kind of points in the center, like without playing anything. So again, white can block here, because if black cuts, white can capture 3 stones or connect, and those 3 stones are dead anyway. This move, it's a couple of points less as a defense. Attaching the top is correct. Answer all those moves, turn is good. Then jump here to reduce the top, fine. It's a bit too early to block there. The jump at S18 doesn't work so much. So center move here, then reduce some more points in the top. Let's say shoulder hit. Then, yeah, not much to do. Push here, peep. Yeah, now it's time for small endgame stage. Black tried to reduce, but he just created more cutting points and troubles for himself. White can peep and then extend back. So black is going for neutral points. Playing the Nobi here is not urgent, because if black just white jumps in the middle or in the top, and black plays the block at Q11, when white blocks, black has a double Atari coming up. So black has to Nobi, then peep and another peep, and in the end, black invests lots of stones for 2 extra points. This is preparing a snapback. Well, why can't try Atari, Atari, Atari again, and reduce everything in center, then Hane in the top in center, Hane the other way, and then some move to reduce the top even more. It just seems more active, but it looks like white it's already a little bit ahead, huh? Ah, and also the Kosumi at S8 would be good. That can be a little minus. Okay, white's connected. Fine. Ah, that was so big to play S8 instead of allowing black get S8. Also in the top, R19. I mean, these were double center moves. So if white plays here, black will answer, otherwise white cuts and captures the stones in the middle or on the side. If white plays Hane, block, connect, white saves the 2 points in the corner and black loses 2 points. So 2 points less here, 2 points extra for white here. 4 points difference to play that, instead of giving black the choice to play them. So already white could have won by 10 points, not 2, by just playing a few center moves in time. It's fine to block because Atari connect, there are 2 points extra in the center. Actually, only one. To capture is not necessary unless black plays Atari. So white can go to push again, because after Atari and connect, when the neutral point is filled, black has to play inside, and only when black Atari on the side, white has to capture. So take. Oh, this throw in is minus. Black just captured the stone, and white didn't gain there. Risky. Another little minus here. So why shouldn't even touch that area? Push here is bigger. Let black play like this, Atari, and that's it. And this way, black makes a point after playing all those moves there. Like this, black got 1 point, one capture, 2 points, and that was it. Ah, so big to play L1 at this stage for both white and black. Yeah, proper. Well done in the end, but it's good to remember the Joseki on the side, how to react to the invasion on the bottom, and also take the double center moves instead of giving them to your opponent. Enjoy the review and smash them next time.